welcome, everybody, to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I am your host, DBoss, and I'm just wishing everybody a safe, prosperous, happy new year, happy holidays, all the best. And who doesn't celebrate holidays, all the best for 2025. And, just keep doing your laughing tips that, because that's going to release a lot of endorphins in your body. That's going to make you feel better. It's free for all ages. Don't tell me you don't have anybody to laugh with, because you could just turn on something. You can call people. You can say something to somebody and they will respond. Or you guys, just sit in a group. The next thing you realize that you've been laughing for about half hour to an hour. And people that have more serious jobs, well, you need to go a little bit more than 15 minutes. That's all I'm letting everybody know so that you could feel, and you're going to look more youthful. You're going to feel so much better. When you do that, you're releasing all that toxic energy and you release and all that things. If you want to do it at the beginning of the day, after your day, but as long as you do it every day, you're fine. And you can get, all ages can get involved. And even if you have your baby, I'm pretty sure your baby can laugh too. So your baby or your babies, plural, can laugh also. So I just want to just keep encouraging everybody, and everybody who's been doing it. I just thank you for that, and just keep it going, because we're going on. And even though there's so many things happening around everybody, you just have to just keep everything at bay while you just doing that. That helps release a lot of stress and different things. All right, we got somebody here from BC. And she's from the BC Black History Awareness Society. So she's going to be telling us a little bit about that, how it got started, when it got started, what it's all about for people that are not aware of it. So with no further ado, and I'm going to let her mention her own last name because it's a little complicated. So with no further ado, with no further ado, introduce to you Jamila. Hi.
Hi.
All right, you can say your last name, and she's the executive director.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm the executive director of the BC Black History Awareness Society, and my name is Jamila Douhaibi.
Okay. See, now you guys heard it right, because I would have maybe chopped it up. All right. So okay. So here at Real Life Matters, Jamila, we like to know people's cultural background and where they come from.
Sure, yeah. So I was born in Nanaimo territory, which is colonially known as Nanaimo on Vancouver Island in BC, Canada. And now I live in the Wasanic territory of Victoria. So I'm the daughter of a Moroccan immigrant. He came here for school when he was in his early 20s. And then on my mother's side, they're settlers from Europe. So my maternal grandfather was born in the Netherlands, and my maternal great-grandfather was a war orphan from England.
Wow. You got a little bit of a Heinz 57 going on, right? But Morocco has some really good food. I hear a lot of good things about there.
Oh, the food is delicious. The fruit, the people, the water, everything.
Yes. So have you been there?
Yeah, we went a lot growing up.
Wow. A lot of people say that they go there and they don't want to leave.
It's definitely a special place. I haven't been back in several years, but I'd love to go back. And we have a lot of family there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm preparing all that delicious delicacy that you guys have when you guys come there.
Yeah, exactly. And I have a little bit of family here, and they cook delicious food.
Oh, they cook too? Oh my God. So you cook it too? You're very well at cooking that? You're
pretty good, yeah. I'm a vegetarian, so a lot of the meat is like pretty meat heavy, but yeah.
Okay. So you just exclude the meat for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess but your family's looking like, you sure you don't want this piece? All right. So tell us why you started this organization, and let everybody know.
Yeah, so the organization actually started in 1994. This was our 30th anniversary, which was super exciting. We started, so Canada officially recognized Black History Month in 1995. So we've actually been celebrating Black History Month since it was recognized in Canada. And we do a lot of events during Black History Month, but also during the rest of the year.
Okay.
And so kind of like the mission and the purpose of our organization is to celebrate the achievements of Black people in BC by creating awareness of history and culture of Black people in BC, and then stimulating interest in the contributions of people of African ancestry to BC and Canada, and celebrating historical and contemporary achievements. So though we're, BC Black History Awareness, we also look at the contemporary Black Canadians and those in BC and all of the work that we're doing towards, the future of our history in this province. Throughout the year, we have a lot of events that focus on arts and culture, and we always have like local bands and music and food. And it's so important that when we share that, in BC since 1858, Black people have been freely coming up from San Francisco and places in the States and settling here and making BC such a vibrant, diverse place. And so we have been around for a long time. It's not just recent immigration, but, it's also the people that are coming and moving here today, and the amazing talent and diversity that people bring to our province.
All right. So I see on your logo there it's a tree. So can you just show us some insight why you guys chose the tree?
Yeah, so it's the baobab tree. It's a very, very important tree culturally in a lot of countries in Africa. And the tree represents, our kind of like tagline is our roots run deep. So it represents the roots are, the places that we came, the African diaspora. We came from Africa, the Caribbean, all the other places that we moved before we came here. And, the lines kind of represent how some people have been, cut off from their tradition and their culture because of slavery. But, the growth in the tree is showing, how we are expanding around the world, and just kind of, the amazing cultures that we have and how much diversity there is. I think a lot of people see, like Black History Month or like Black culture, and they kind of see it as like a uniform thing, but there's just such diversity. And we really celebrate that in all that we do.
Okay. Ralph, so you said that, Black History Month is not just being celebrated in February, where so you guys do all things all during the year. So what, you say you have music and different things. So what do you do like for the other months?
Yeah, so I mean, I will of course speak a little bit about Black History Month because it's coming up, and we have 9 different events. We've got a lot going on this year. We've added a few more things. So February 1st, we always have our launch. We always have a band and like a local African band and food. And then we also do a lot of history and heritage talks just about the history of people in this province. We have a tour at a local cemetery called the Ross Bay Cemetery that has a lot of Black ancestors there. We have a keynote speaker event in which we bring out, like last year, we had a very famous author, Wade Compton, who is from Vancouver, who started he co-founded the first Black press in Western Canada. And then we also have like a Black entrepreneurial dinner where we invite specifically like Black businesses to come out and work together and and see what they can do for the future. And then this year we're adding, we're calling it the mentor tea. And it's going to be a time for people to bring out, their mentors, their elders, their parents, and just, like share time together with those people that are, like our, like the future generations with the past generations, and like, yeah, the importance of that. And then we're also having a Black fashion show, and that's going to be super exciting because we're having local African designers and then students from the University of Victoria will be modeling their clothing. And then there will also be some like history capsules. So they're short information on the history of different Black people in Canada. And those will be going along with the fashion show. So we're very excited about that event as well. And then, so going back to the other things that we do around the rest of the year.
Saying that you guys are always busy, man. Oh my gosh.
We are, yes. Yeah. So we have like these individual events, and we have this Thriving Black History Month, but we also have like longer projects. So we received a grant to look at do a commemoration of the number 2 construction battalion. So we're looking at the Black men that joined the number 2 battalion. And then we're also just starting a project with the Maritime Museum of BC. And this is going to be a 6-month exhibit about Black pioneers that started from the steamship Commodore that came in 1858 and settled on Vancouver Island. And then what happened, after they settled. We also work with the Royal BC Museum, so it's a provincial museum, and we've done several exhibits with them, including one that's a traveling exhibit throughout BC called Hope Meets Action, and it's stories from Black people telling their own stories, as well as a panel that has come into the museum about Black car porters. So these are men that worked as car porters. They had degrees, they had education, and these were the jobs that they could get. And so that panel kind of highlights some important people in our history.
Wow. Okay, so you got a pretty big lineup for 2025 for Black History Month, because you guys already have it pre-planned, where some people are just planning or they're jumping into it in January. So you guys already have yours planned out. So after Black History Month, I guess the stuff that you have planned out for February, they will roll into March, correct?
Yes, yeah. And then we work with different organizations throughout the year. We do presentations with schools. The thing is, of course, February is important, but it's really crucial that people know that, every month is Black History Month. We're here, 365, and we're always.
That's how I feel about it too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not one year, it's a year. Every day we're living Black history.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right. So, okay. So you guys have that. So what do you have lined up in the summer? Because I guess, the winter is different and then the summer is different, correct? Is it in a park or something, or you have a lot of outdoor?
Yeah. So for the summer, we support like getting more diversity in sports. So like bringing youth into baseball and basketball and that kind of thing. There's Multiculturalism Day in June, and then in August there's Emancipation Day. And so that's another day that I think people in Canada don't always remember. And it was 1834 that Emancipation Day became a proclamation, though it didn't actually free everyone. I think it only freed like children under 6, and it took another few years for it to fully come like into fruition. But it was still an important date that is recognized by Canada and that we like to highlight. So last year we had like a Black writers event, just bring people together to talk about what Emancipation Day means for them. And yeah, I'm not sure what we'll do this year, but we're pretty focused on Black History Month right now. But then also we did just have a really big event at the end of November. It's called Vibes and Verses, and it brings together musicians, dancers, visual artists to a space. I think we had more than a dozen artists all together, plus food, and everyone just comes together, and it's like a beautiful night of celebration, celebrating Black talent. And that's another thing, you know, like throughout the year, we also want to support local Black artists and musicians, because these people generally have a harder time getting into the music industry, getting supported. And so it's really important that we support our community and make sure that they're having access to like economic options.
Okay. So you guys advertise this in the paper, or do people just know, or where do you guys advertise so people know that, oh, you guys are going to be doing something in BC?
Yeah, so we advertise on our social media, on our website. We have members across BC, so we send out newsletters to them. And then often the people that we work with, like the museum, we're hosting one of our events at the museum, so they'll send that out to their like newsletters. We're also working with the University of Victoria, so they'll send that out to all of their contacts. And then we use like other promotional resources, like Monday Magazine puts out a poster, and yeah, local newspapers and that kind of thing.
Okay, so you guys are doing all your due diligence.
Of course, we want to bring people out to get together and connect and support each other.
Okay. So are there any shout outs that you want to give to all your supporters and people that have been supporting you over the years?
I mean, we have, you know, all of the work that we do is grant based, so we can't do our events without grants, and I don't want to miss anyone, but you know, like the government, Heritage Canada, the City of Victoria, we got a lot of support locally, provincially, and federally, and we definitely couldn't do the work that we do without that support.
Oh, okay. All right. So, you know, like it's been, you know, you guys seem like you have everything so well organized and critiqued, you know, what you're doing. And as we said earlier, that, you know, Black History is every day, 365 years a day. And it seems like you guys got it covered.
Yeah,
you got it really covered and organized. It's not just for 1 month. Yes, that's important, the month, February, but in the other months, what are you doing? You know?
Yeah, exactly. We've been around. I mean, we've been around for 30 years, so we've been we've been doing this for a while. And amazingly, I've been a member with the organization for about 4 years. But up until January of this year, of 2024, everything that we did was volunteer.
Wow.
Like volunteer run. So our board is a working board, and everything they do is volunteer. And then I took on my role in January. So this is the first year that we've actually had a paid position to help support all of the amazing things the organization does.
Yes. And that's, you know, admirable of you guys who volunteered, and now you have a paid position, and that's wonderful.
And the board continues to do so much. Like it's not just me. It's a very big team effort.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on here, Jamila, you know, explaining everything, and people, you know, oh my God, there's, you know, I know that everybody at home has gotten, or wherever they're watching, they've gotten a lot, because they probably didn't realize that how much involved in the Black community out in BC over there, that you guys are doing things all the time. It's not just for the 1 month. You guys are all year round, and that's important for everybody to know. They're just not doing things once for the month and it's okay, we'll wait till next year. You guys are doing it every single day, week, summer, you got programs, you got all types of things. So if people want to find you and participate in it, where can they find you guys at?
Yeah, so the best place to start is probably just our website, which is bcblackhistory.ca. And there's links to our social media there. We post everything that we're up to on our website, and then we keep people kind of up to date with our social media as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you heard it from her. She knows this thing. So, if you guys have any questions, or maybe you want to be a part of it or something. I don't know if you guys selected your entertainment and all your stuff already, but you could reach out to send them an email, and make a comment on their website, if you like it and stuff like that, if you like what they're doing, because that's very important. It's also important for the algorithms, that that people are responding or saying something. So, just don't sit there and say, if you like what they're doing, and I'm pretty sure somebody from the organization will reach back out to you if you have any questions or concerns, or you want to be a part of it, or you don't know when something is happening. I'm pretty sure somebody there will give you some sort of information. Correct?
Yes. Yeah. We're always looking for new members and volunteers. A lot of the projects and events we do are because our members are like, this is what we want to see in our community. And then we do it together. So yeah, we want the province to come together and the Black community to come together and connect and support each other for sure.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure here, Jamila. Oh my gosh, it's been, I've got so much information in my head. I'm just like, wow. And I probably a lot of people didn't know you guys did that and continued all the year, because a lot of people don't, So this is somebody that's really in the community. They're supporting it. They'll have awareness. So, I encourage everybody to go, be a part of it. Do you guys do like, if you're doing your event, do you do it virtual, some things, or you just?
Yeah, sometimes we have virtual options. We also have, if you go to our website, a ton of resources. So anywhere you are across the province or across Canada, we have a lot of resources for just about history in general, for students, for researchers. We have a lot.
And she has a lot of information. You can see the big cloud over her head. All right. So thank you, Jamila. I want to thank all the viewers for watching tonight here with Jamila, from the BC Black History. Come on, you guys got to, they have the whole acronym there. She has it there, the BCBHAS. You guys go out there, support, see what's going on, because you're out there in BC. So sometimes you just don't know that these resources are available for us there. So that's what they're letting people know, that yes, they're there in BC. Everything's not over here in the Toronto and Montreal and the other areas. They're out in the West Coast. All right. So thanks, everybody. Good night.
Thanks so much for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure. You got to come back. Come back next year, please. And you got to let us know where you're lined up. All right. Okay. Bye. Good night. Bye for now.
Bye.